So our product will actually kill or eliminate viruses and bacteria which are harmful for the human beings. What we air we breathe in, say for example we have in a podcast in a scenario now, or we are in offices where we have an air conditioned environment where really the dust particles is not a matter at all. During COVID, we did a lot of researches on this kind of viruses. So that inspired me to start this project of air purification, not by filtering, but by eliminating or eradicating or killing the viruses basically.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Success Secrets, a podcast of its kind where we interview entrepreneurs in and around Chennai and know their secret or recipe for success. Usually it is, qualified doctors who, are very concerned about a person's health and how their well-being. But today we have an interesting person who's mechanical engineer by qualification, yet is making sure that we are remaining healthy by making sure that the air that we breathe is purified. We have Mr. Ravikumar, who's into the business of air purifiers and manufactures a patented technology. And it's a pleasure having Mr. Ravikumar. Thank you so much for being on the show. We'll get to know more about it. So yes, let's start, sir. A mechanical engineer turned into a patented not a patented. I don't have words to describe your journey, but yeah, please walk me through it or walk our audience through it.
Very, very glad to meet you. It's my privilege to have a podcast with you. Okay.
Our honor, sir.
See, as such, always we have a problem statement which we need to attend for.
Perfect.
It's based on only the requirement we do. It's not that we start doing a patent or anything on our own.
Right.
So that's the happening going on. So it was purely on that Corona background. I found literally a lot of persons were suffering. So instead of a treatment of that sort, I thought it will be a preventive action. It will be a very better aspect. So that's where I started working on how to be different from other competitors. We started developing our own R&D and did a lot of research on that and came out with this kind of patented technologies.
Brilliant. So prevention is better than cure. You took it very, very seriously.
Correct. Yeah.
That's amazing, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, the sayings go when these sayings were made, I think they had a purpose behind it.
Correct.
So prevention is always better than cure.
Yes.
And I'm happy you took the preventive part of it rather than the curing part of
Correct.
it. Amazing. So I think COVID and the situation around COVID inspired you to do this.
Yeah, see, basically, if I start my business career, it started by around 2015.
Okay.
I went to lot of different aspects, but mostly I am into a kind of a medical background. Though I am a mechanical engineer,
Okay.
I started my career in medical disposable product manufacturing.
Brilliant.
I was working in different companies and exports and all other things. But at a point of time, 2015, I had an opportunity to have my dream of business, going into business. Even though immediately after my degree, I had an option, but I did not go through. But 2015, it happened. So I took that opportunity. After that, a lot of things developed. By 2020, during COVID, we did a lot of researches on this kind of viruses, handling viruses.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
So that inspired me to start this project of air purification, not by filtering, but by eliminating or eradicating or killing the viruses basically.
Oh,
so that was the main agenda of my innovation, which created this product.
Brilliant. So I think I should correct myself. It is not an air purifier per se, right?
Yes.
Super.
So we wanted to stand out of competition,
Right.
and we have a niche requirement for the customers. It's a problem the other products is not solving it, which I'm into it.
Brilliant. So almost a decade into the business, and 5 years back you started this research, and now you have a fully finished product.
Correct.
Which I think is good for residential, commercial, and industrial use.
Yes. For all, basically we started with medical fraternity because they are the worst affected persons for this during this COVID time.
Absolutely.
I had a lot of background of medical fraternity, which happened to me, my relatives and other things, who were really totally, they were devastated. Things were there. So after that, 2021 onwards, we started moving into general segment. like residential, offices, software companies,
Brilliant.
everywhere, where it's a general solution.
Brilliant. So, Ravi sir, if you can tell me, in layman terms, how bad is the air we breathe around us, and what are the factors that affect it?
See, as such, as my innovation is coming up, okay, what we air we breathe in, say for example, we have in a podcast in a scenario now, or we are in offices where we have an air conditioned environment, where really the dust particles is not a matter at all.
Okay.
So when there is a conventional air purifier, they have a filters which filters off the dust, and we give a dust-free environment.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Actually, what we wanted to do is, even though in this environment of air conditioned environment, there are a lot of infections going on, and there are a lot of persons coming in and giving a lot of infectious germs and bacteria into the environment. So that we wanted to attack. That is the root cause of all kind of transmissible diseases.
Okay.
So we wanted to attack that. So our product will actually kill or eliminate viruses and bacteria which are harmful for the human beings, rather than filtering of dust in a conventional air purifier. Instead, it's an air sanitizer, or I would say it's an air sterilizer, which can be of very helpful for eliminating the viruses, thereby reducing the transmissible diseases.
Brilliant. So yeah, nice. So not air purification, but eliminating right from the source.
Yes, right from the source.
Brilliant. What was the moment in this, journey of yours that you realized that yes, you are on the right path?
See, actually, after doing a lot of research, personally also I had my own daughter suffering from wheezing and other problems. She had a lot of study issues due to that, which I installed in my own house. First, my product has to be,
of course,
trusted by me and by me.
Right.
Okay. That I found within a month, like drastic variations, like not medications totally stopped, health improved a lot. That was like a total game changer for me, which actually that was in 2021, which really made me to focus too much onto the product, and we wanted to promote this product a lot.
Awesome. So you tested it on yourself, or you're in your own environment.
Yes.
So kudos to that. And I love the confidence with which you tested it first at home. Like a lot of people always test it only in labs, I guess. Or I wouldn't generalize it, but yeah, I guess people try to experience or test it in labs first, than putting it out for use. So hats off to that.
Yeah, that's what one point I had. Again, this has to be tested in labs also.
Of course.
Okay.
No, what I meant to say was,
so actually what we did was, whoever it may be, even me or my customer, whoever it may be, they are human being, they have to be considered.
Absolutely.
So we did in 2021, before 2020 itself, we did a lab test also, so that we wanted to be double sure that what the product we are giving is definitely going to be beneficial for the customer, rather than going to be a pain for the customer, or just as a product to sell and make a profit. So we have a certificate from central government, CETL, for safety certifications.
Super.
Then for its own plasma generation. Then we have a certificate from an enabled accredited lab, certified by central government, which gave a certificate that 91% of all the harmful bacteria has been destroyed within a span of 2 to 3 hours.
Brilliant. Awesome. Because that was going to
certified the product, because that was my first motive, that personal is one, then legal certification and practical certification is an important issue.
Absolutely. I didn't mean to say that certifications are not important and you should test a product before getting certified. I was trying to go in the direction that you are confident of building a product which you are confident enough to try it at our home first before trying to bring it to market. So brilliant, sir, and thank you for touching on the points of certifications, because I think for any health related product, certificate without certification, without credibility, I think nobody would want to venture into that. So brilliant, sir. While developing or while going through these certifications and testing and all of that, what was the biggest challenge you faced?
See, the biggest challenge would be like this product specifically was used by medical fraternity in their operation theaters, where they want to sterilize certain kind of small equipments, surgical items, sutures and set up things. So it was a costly affair.
Okay.
The unit was little bit costly, which was not that much affordable by the regular routine general public. So we wanted to have a product which is a pocket friendly, which can be afforded by
Then
general public and a lot of people, so it's going to be a real use of it. So that took us a lot of time to doing a research and bringing a bigger unit into a compact unit which can be utilized for every individual. That was the biggest challenge. We did nearly more than 1.5 years for that.
wow, but I'm sure it must have been worth it.
Yes,
Converting a medical converting an industrial grade product or an industrial size product to a portable, easy to use, smaller, affordable product. Brilliant, sir. So I think there's always when with the right purpose, I think things automatically start falling in line, right?
Correct.
Awesome. So what inspired you to start this? I mean, personal journey was what?
Personal journey was one. Main that personal journey was actually a byproduct. Okay. The main thing was it was COVID. Really, even though I was into medical field for many time, the medical disposables, during COVID, I personally saw a lot of people I could not explain, like they were helpless, literally helpless. So I wanted to develop a product which is more of a preventive nature rather than solution after you get a problem. So that was the inspiration. We started working on it.
Amazing, sir. When the purpose is very clear, I think things, like I said, automatically start falling in line. And yeah, COVID did, affect the world. Positive, negative, it's all up for debate. But yes, seeing devastation around us was really an eye opener for a lot of people.
Yes.
Realigning our thought processes and how we move around.
Correct.
A lot of things came along with COVID.
How to give something to the society.
Yes, absolutely.
That's very important.
That was one time, I think, where the world came together.
Correct. Exactly.
Borders and all of those things, or any race, or it didn't matter. It was just us humans versus the disease or the problem. So that, I think, is a positive that came out of COVID.
Correct.
But yeah, may the souls that left us during that time rest in peace. But something always comes out of certain situations, and we are happy that your product came out of those situations, which may hopefully prevent for future epidemics like these. Right? Pandemics and epidemics like this. So tell me, what has been the I think you make both all three, residential, commercial, and industrial. So if you can throw light on all three of those, like how to use it or how to use your product and where would be it more suitable, then that will be great for our audiences.
See, I can specify into kind of three segments, which is one is the medical segment, where the individual doctors or the staff, the hospital staff, they are the worst affected persons due to a lot of communicable diseases, which is they are acquiring from the patients. So that is one segment where we concentrate on their doctors' cabins, then ward rooms, ICUs, receptions, everywhere we would like to target, so that more prone people are addressed to that problem issues. So that is the point number one. Next is the residential. Once we came up with a product which is affordable by the general public, and it is much competitive from the other competition in the market, and there is no maintenance aspect of it, so 100% maintenance fee. So that created as a leverage to enter into the residential market, where each and every person can put that unit into their bedrooms or into their living rooms. So that personally, they gave a lot of relief. Mostly like between 30s and 50s, we are all hale and healthy. Before that, during the kids have a lot of problems.
Right.
Once you go above 60, then they have a lot of health issues, mainly respiratory problems.
Yeah, vulnerability more during those ages. Yes, absolutely.
So that really had a good impact, and everyone was on the acceptance trend. The third is commercials, if you take a software company or if you take an office where it's a closed environment, some 10-20 people are there in the environment, and we don't know what kind of diseases they have or what kind of respiratory infections they are having.
Right.
So that will actually get transmitted to the co-workers.
Absolutely.
So in general, the office will have a lesser productivity.
Right.
So,
Yeah, if people
so
are saying-
that is another aspect where it can be promoted, and it was promoted. It was taken very well by HR managers and everywhere where they wanted to have a small. It's an incentive type of thing for a
Nice.
employee,
Right,
so that
right.
they are taken care of their health
Absolutely.
during the working hours also as a preventive action. These are the things we foresee.
Awesome. So I'm going to, ask you three questions in one. So,
Yeah.
what has been the best feedback that you got from for your product? Obviously, best feedback from the medical industry, from the residential, and from the commercial industry.
See, in the medical industry, actually, we have installed it in a dentist. Okay, dentist office. Okay, initially they were like not that much convinced, but the problems the dentist was facing is normally in dentist the bad odor is a big problem. Because there are a lot of patients, mostly it's mouth related. Okay, so that is one. So the bacterial content in a dental room, normally dental room is not too big.
Right.
It's a very compact things.
Very cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the problem.
Good.
So which within a period of 2 to 3 weeks, we were able to address the problem by saying one of our regular patient was just asking the dentist, asking her, how come this you are using any fresheners or anything now? The your hospital or thing is looking
Feeling very fresh.
very fresh.
Yeah. Got
So
it.
that was one of the thing for medical student. So that was really like very inspiring.
Superb.
So when you come to residential, we have given to a person who was like, it's an old age. They were having kind of a lot of respiratory problems, and they were being into medicines for nearly more than 8-9 years.
Okay.
So our product is like, we said that it's not going to stop your medicine, but it's definitely going to give you a relief, much awaited relief, which the medicines cannot give on a long term.
Superb.
So mainly during the early mornings and the late nights where your chillness, everything is coming up, they were not able to move around, and they were not able to go to the park. For generally the old age people, they want to go sit out and
Correct.
After using our product for nearly a month, it was a apartment in the vicinity of my home, which we gave. So after a month, they were able to sit after 7, 8 o'clock in the 9 o'clock in the park.
Nice.
And have a chit chat with their co-friends.
Nice.
So that was another good thing which we did.
Brilliant.
So the next is the software company. Like it's a niche segment, or now only we are focusing more into that software industries or commercial complexes. And I think we like residential and for medical, we don't have too much of restrictions in software, but
That's okay.
we have a software company which earlier I worked on it for an engineering industry. We had a tie-up with them. So on their request, I installed them. And after a month, after they got a positive feedback from their employees,
Right.
because earlier they were like having a small thing like this will be good or not.
Right. That
Because there
doubt would have
are
always
30 people are there. You will only give their own feedback. It's not
Absolutely.
one person.
Absolutely. The
Okay.
skepticism would always be there.
Always will be there. Okay. So after that, we got a good feedback from them. From their testimonial, now actually from this 2024 middle onwards, we have contacted a lot of offices, which they are giving a very good positive feedback. So that is the part of that commercial establishments.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant. So these feedbacks are what, as entrepreneurs, I think help us,
Yes.
thrive.
Correct.
Superb. So apart from feedbacks, is there anything that keeps you inspired to keep doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, keeps inspiring is like, first of all, as a business itself, that was my passion immediately after I started completing my degree. But due to circumstances, I could not do for nearly 20 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
96 I completed, and 2015 only I could start a business. Okay, that itself was a very big inspiration for me.
Superb.
So, and once I developed this product, and when I see like, or when I hear people saying that they are happy, that itself is inspiring me to develop much more related products on this healthcare front.
Brilliant.
So that's one way I'm getting inspired to continue developing new products.
Amazing, sir. How many patents do you have so far?
See, already I have nearly 4 patents as of now.
Awesome.
Pending patents are another 2. So which I'm working on it.
Superb. So 6. I mean
Yes.
4 plus 2 in the
Yeah,
pipeline,
yes,
so we
yes,
can
yes.
assume 6.
Yeah.
So we'll soon probably see 60 or maybe 600 in your name.
Maybe I would prefer to be having at least 10 to 15 in
Superb.
a span of 10 years down the line.
Amazing,
Yeah.
sir. Amazing. That's very inspiring because it takes great minds, to come together, implement something and earn that, patent.
Correct,
So
correct.
that is very inspiring for a fellow engineer like me as well, who always aspired to have a patent in his name. But okay, maybe we'll get there soon. But that is brilliant, sir. So let's say if somebody, one of from our audiences, if some young entrepreneur is looking at it or looking at this as an industry, what is the one piece of advice you would like to give them?
First, identify a problem statement which your customer will be happy about it.
Awesome.
That is the only thing you need to see. Rest, it will go automatically.
Superb. So as
So
long
that is
as
the only thing you have to address. Don't develop a product and start marketing. Don't just identify what is the problem everyone is facing.
nice.
Then start developing the product.
Hmm.
Initially, always you will have hiccups. No, don't ever turn back.
Superb.
Don't ever turn back. Go forward.
Superb. That
That's it.
I think reignites that entrepreneur passion in me as well, because I think all entrepreneurs are always solving some or the other problem. If you're not solving a problem, you're not an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Is what I've been
Yes,
told
yes,
by
yes. Correct.
my mentors.
Correct.
So always look at solving problems rather than just, like you said, right, developing a product and
Correct,
marketing.
correct.
What problem is it actually solving? So that is brilliant, sir. Thank you for re-inspiring all of that in our audiences and me as well.
Sure.
Off the topic, who's your role model, sir, in life?
Role model in business, I will say Ratan Tata was a big role model for me.
Oh.
I think it's for most of them, for most of them, because like he didn't have any. He's not a businessman. I would say he's never a businessman. Okay. See, he himself has studied. He is only an industrialist,
Nice.
trying to develop industries where everyone can benefit out of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, in business, that's a role model. Apart from that, in my own experience, I have my mentor, I would say my previous boss. I was a raw hand in 1996. He took me and gave all the free hand to develop a lot of things in medical field.
Awesome.
And I traveled with him for nearly 18 years. And he gave me the total freedom of expanding, exploring everything.
Brilliant.
So he was a big role model in really teaching me by doing it.
Brilliant.
Not only on technical, into all aspects of business.
I think the right kind of mentor.
Yes,
Brilliant.
yes.
Awesome. That is a gift, I would say, to have that.
Yes.
So with that in mind, what is your vision for your company or just your business?
Yeah. So my vision is like already I'm into this kind of air sanitizers and air sterilizers. Now I'm planning to launch furthermore products to cater to different segments of requirement.
Right.
Like I want to go with a lower price segment where affordability is also there. Then I'm looking at a higher segment product only for industrial segments where a huge volume of space or everything. That is one point of. Apart from that, still like patents and R&D is there on the medical field. I'm doing a lot of things, which I want to do it by 2030. Hopefully, I should touch 10 patents.
Brilliant, sir. That is very inspiring, energizing, and wonderful to know. Any parting thoughts? Anything you would like to say?
So that's what we have a lot of skepticism, like for start a business or being an entrepreneur. I myself had it. So I would allow everyone to boldly venture into it. Definitely, it will be the success path. So that's my words. Like that's why I love to have a lot of young entrepreneurs to come up.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant, sir. And can I take the liberty of saying that you would be happy to mentor as well?
Sure.
I took that liberty. I was
My
unsure if I
experience
get
has
the
to be
liberty.
helpful for some other person.
See, that's always the mark of the true
Yes.
entrepreneur,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
We don't mind, not mind. We in fact take pride in helping others. So being mentors for others. So thank you so much, sir. It was beyond. I'm just out of words right now to how to express myself right now of this amazing podcast that we have had. You've inspired, You have motivated and brought some really amazing facets to not just entrepreneurship but also the purpose with which you're doing certain things that you're doing. So thank you for coming on this show. Thank you for inspiring us, the audiences, and it was an absolute honor having you here. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Sankesh. It was a great time having with you, and for all the audiences, a great thanks.